Today, that is a reality. The fourth industrial revolution has become a reality.
The economy and the prices you're paying, and new evidence tonight that you're not imagining things. Prices are going up on everything from groceries to rent.
Erupted into scenes of chaos.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
So bright like Lucifer, now I shine just like Jupiter.
The faster you improve health, the faster family size goes down.
Okay, welcome back, people, to the show. This is Israel Negasi live and direct here on Berean Talks, Berean Facts, and we're just gonna go straight into it, y'all. We got a special few announcements to make, but we'll get into it in just a second with Christian Mosley, brother. How you doing? Let's get you plugged in.
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm just happy to be here once again with you to chop it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me get you straight, bro. So at the moment, we are currently, filming in different locations. So, we're going to have a little bit of working around to do. But regardless, it's going to be a fluid show regardless. I just got to make sure your visual looks good.
I got you.
Yep. Gotta make sure the visual looks good. But in the meantime, man, catch us up with what's been going on with you, man.
Man, not too much for the most part. Just been working a lot. Trying to get some things structured here and there, and I guess really kind of get focused like a laser on what I should be doing, and then trying to eliminate some of the distractions. So it's taking a lot of looking at myself and being like, all right, we're gonna have to drop some stuff because this ain't working for you. So it's a lot of that going on while trying to manage family life and all that good stuff. And we officially got Course Community Foundation that's officially getting off the ground. Shout out to Shane to our minor seniors helped out with getting all that filed for us. Of course, shout out to Keem, who's the head honcho, the brain behind the operation.
Shout out, big shout out. We need to get him on the show for real. We're gonna get him on the show one of these days.
Absolutely. And then, of course, shout out to my wife, shout out to Grace, shout out to Alexis. So that's the team.
Yes,
and so we've got a lot of really cool stuff going on over there. So definitely, I'll tell everybody, definitely stay tuned for the events and different things that are going to be coming in Fayetteville this year, because it is not something that you want to miss. It's a lot of, if anything, if you all had a glimpse of what you saw last year, this year is going to blow it out of the water, hopefully. So that's just definitely something to look forward to.
Cool. Well, I think I'm looking, the visuals are looking good to me, and that sounds dope. I'm gonna check the audio and then we'll be getting straight into it, because we definitely need to do that. But before we get into that, Mr. Carcino for life, he said, "This is my realm. I deal with Russian oil." Are you on YouTube right now?
Yep, I see it.
Man, all right, so this guy, this brother, all right, check this out. He's actually put me onto the YouTube game, or the YouTube strategy for life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unthinkable to think that you could, live so freely off of a YouTube situation. And it's almost like a way of life type of thing. You know what I mean? And he's showing me this whole way of life to it. And I'm just like, I understand. Like, he shows me from a philosophical level, like how that lifestyle works. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can easily see figures off of these videos, and it's crazy. And I'm just like, dang. And it's low key like a reality show. It's low key just kind of like, you know, this is my life, whatever you're talking about. And you get to be the star of your own show and all that. And it's like, you just got to know what you're doing. What are you talking about? And we're providing, you know, value. Like, that's the only thing that kept me from doing that for so long was because, like, what's the value? Like, I ain't just trying to sell bullshit. Everybody's selling bullshit. And here we are on a valid platform talking about valid things. Making sure we can do a sound check. Give me a mic check one time, bro.
Yep, mic check.
Mic check. 1 2. Mic check. Mic check.
Okay, I'm getting a lot of feedback, but long story short, Carcino. So he's put me onto a lot of things with YouTube. He's the YouTube guru. Like, he's a guru for me. And now he wants to talk about taking the territory for Russian oil. Man, what? You don't cover that news. Well, you do, but I will say this, brother. Face the facts, man. We've been on that. We've been on that topic, bro. We've been talking on it. Bro. It's all. I got the dates. I got the stamps. I got the stamps from these records, bro. We've been on this, man. Russian oil, all that. One Crack News, though. Shout out to them, though. They do a lot of news inquiries and news insights, news reviews. Carcino for Life for sports reviews and entertainment. But yeah, Face the Facts definitely got a big introducer. But you know, I deal with Russian oil too, bro. All that was to say, that's how you stall for time when you're trying to set up for a show. But yeah, let's just get into it, bro. First things first. Now, I'm not in the usual setup, so y'all gonna have to forgive me. Like, there's a reason why I haven't been doing these shows. I gotta explain to people now what's going on. There's a reason why I haven't been doing shows for the past 2 weeks. You know, we're all busy people. Like, we got.
Uh-oh. Did it cut out?
All that is to say, what we're doing is pulling up pieces of news articles from all different kind of sources, not from stereotypical sources. Like, I mean, we're gonna have to be doing one of these. Like, oh man, did you see that? Did you see that right there? The Alabama governor? We're gonna be pulling one of those. You know, but news is news. We're gonna hit you with the sources. We're gonna hit you with everything direct from the source. So with all that being said, let's get straight into it, y'all. The title of the show was, you know, oil and what was the title? How did it go? It was supposed to be it was supposed to be funny, but
Oil prices, war, etc. Where are you?
Yeah. So
yeah.
That was a special wink at a certain you know, the family. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm trying to come up with what's going on with this show, and I'm like, what do I title it? Because everything that we've already talked about is already happening. I mean, I've been talking about this for the last 4, 5, 6 episodes. I'm trying to talk about the next thing, but are people ready to take that jump? Because they wasn't ready for the first jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times have we gone back and forth about this before it hit the news, and it was like, you know, hearsay and this and that, and it's like now it's happening, and it's like, okay, so what else is going on? So we're in a situation where it's like everybody's trying to figure it out, and we don't want to lead nobody astray because everybody's trying to figure it out. Everybody. Carcino says we took a hit because of the sanctions. If you really think it's about the sanctions, the Russian sanctions, us sanctioning, oh yeah, well, you're right, yeah, us sanctioning Russia, you're right. That definitely did trigger it because we're blocking trade against ourselves. We have oil, but we're taking down oil rigs. the Keystone pipelines, the hack attacks. Carcino, you on point with that with the sanctions. You're right. They're definitely trying their best to make sure we're getting cut off from all resources. Like, they're going to make sure that we are cut off from resources. It's not going to stop. That's where all this is going. That's where all this is going. Like, it's not going to stop. Like, we're just, you know how they say they boil the frog, like, slowly? And then by the time it gets burnt, it doesn't realize it because it's been getting acclimated to the heat. We've been getting acclimated to the heat for a long time. Inflation's been hitting us for a long time. We just getting acclimated to the heat. This shit is brand new for a lot of people too, man. It's like, damn, like, it's hot. Smell like hell up in here. Feel like hell. Oh my goodness, it's hot. Damn. What the fuck? This ain't even normal heat. What the fuck? Why is it so damn hot? Damn. And we gotta stay cool at the same time. Are they crazy? They know what they're doing. They're turning the heat up on us. We're gonna go crazy. All the barrels are stuck in Rotterdam. Damn, Carcino, where's Rotterdam at? Can you give me a call so you can be on the show? You trying to be on the show too, bro? This shit would be nice. That man is one hell of a correspondent, brother. I'm telling you. Come in for a quick 5 minutes. 10 minutes. I don't even know what Rotterdam is, but millions of barrels. So didn't we have to send millions of barrels out like last month because we had like an oil shortage, and so they had to like turn it up? What did they turn it up to? They was like, we had to restock our supplies by like 350 million. I'm gonna text you right now. Christian, I'm gonna introduce you to my brother, man. This is Carcino, the legend himself, man. Carcino, the legend himself. I'm really about to make this phone call. Dang. Dang, okay. What's good, bro? Man.
We about to get in a live correspondent.
We about to have our first is there a link to join in? Yeah. Hit the on the YouTube. I gotta figure that part out. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, Skype? Oh, you know what? You want Skype? You want Skype? Send me your Skype. I can probably get you to join in off of Skype. Yeah, let me know if you got a Skype.
Well, I guess, you know, while he's doing that, this just kind of goes, kind of like what you were saying, this kind of goes to show, like, a lot of what we were saying. We knew it was going to happen, and people are not ready, because I mean, it makes sense when it talks about how, like, when everything's about to go down, like in the days of Noah, people are going to be just doing everything normally, just giving in marriage and having weddings and celebrations and planting and harvesting, all that stuff. Is just going to be like, people are not really going to understand. No matter how bad it gets, there's always going to be that part of the general populace that's going to be like, nah, we got another day. Nah, we got another week. We got to, you know, I'm playing part, I'm planning this, I'm planning that, and you're not paying attention to the world around you. Like when we looked at that commercial in that last episode, when it's just like everything, all hell is breaking loose, and people just concerned about getting shoes. Like, it's like, are you serious right now?
Message. That's a message. They're trying to let y'all know that's how gone we are. Like, that's how gone we are from reality. It's like, that's where it's going. That's where it's been. Look, so Carcino's on live with us right now. I want to go ahead and introduce everybody to Carcino real quick, and at the same time say what's up, man. We can definitely get you on video, but we got you on voice for now. So let's chop it up real quick to see if we can transition this to video if you got the time.
Yes, sir.
Man, if you want to do video, definitely send me a video, because you're gonna want to see this.
Okay. What's the all right? Do you have Skype?
I do have a Skype.
All right, you can just Skype us off the phone. Yeah, that's how we plug in on Skype. Yep. Mm-hmm. We plugged in on Skype. I'm gonna add you to the call.
I haven't used Skype in so long. But I know I haven't.
Man, Tony Brown.
I actually deal in oil, like Russian oil, do deals.
What's the word, OG?
Oh, he's actually doing deals in overseas. Okay. Oh.
You had that title. I said,
What's up? Appreciate you popping into the show.
You know what? I didn't even know that, man.
Yeah, I saw that. I gotta come through.
Dang.
For those of you all that don't know, Mr. Tony Brown is not only a veteran, not only is he an entrepreneur, this man is also a certified shepherd in these streets. And so shout out to him and the community garden, everything he's building out there for the community. It is absolutely beautiful. I got to get out. It's been a while since I haven't gone out there since they turned it into what it is now. But yeah, y'all definitely go check him out on Facebook. Go check out his YouTube channel. Check out the movie that he put together, raising awareness for human trafficking in the Fayetteville area. He's got a lot of stuff going on.
Tony, we on the same wavelength. Tony, we on the same wavelength. We are on the same wavelength. I'm telling you, you need to be on the show. Perfect. That's one more window. I'm telling you, that'd be the perfect fourth window. What are you talking about? Are you kidding me? Oh, that's crazy. Shit, you can call in right now. Call in right now.
Oh, it's going down.
Right now.
Going down. Oh my God. Bro. This the one. This the one, bro. This the one. This the one, fam.
We about to talk. This is about to be it, bro. This is about to be it.
Bro, there's about to be so much knowledge spit on this joint, bro.
They have no idea. Oh my goodness.
I don't even know.
Man, I love, man.
Oh snap! Oh, we about to.
I love my man. We love our elders, man. That's the thing. We gotta respect the elders, man. They be hit. Let me get Tony on here too. Tony.
Bro, have you been seeing this white supremacist stuff coming out of Ukraine, bro?
Is that a recent like issue? Is that like happening?
It's been happening. They got Ukrainian. I'm about to pull it up. It was on Twitter. Is these Ukrainian soldiers? There's a symbol for it's like a white supremacist symbol, but these Ukrainian soldiers are wearing them on their uniforms. And then there was like this mural. I can't remember where it was, but it's like this mural that was painted, and it's just a bunch of Ku Klux Klan members, and it's like something to the effect of like they're in support of that. And it's like, bro, y'all didn't even have that over there. So what are y'all on?
One more time, bro. They have what?
I'm about to send it to you. They have a mural. It's like graffiti of Ku Klux Klan members, but it's basically supporting the Ku Klux Klan. I'm about to send it to you.
Okay. So I got did you get my Skype information?
Yeah, I'm plugging it in right now. I still gotta plug it in through the actual program too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Anyway, what I do is we're pretty much a brokerage firm. I work with Smith and Brown. My partner Sandra Brown, she's one of the partners. And what we do is we deal with pretty much SBLCs, which is the standby letters of credit for most of these companies, and we also do a brokerage with the actual oil deals from different companies who want to try to, navigate in between. We're the middleman, basically. So we just bring the two companies together so that they can get their barrels of oil. And we normally deal with Russia. That's like the number one, the Russian Federation.
They're the number one importers? So
they contact us on the regular. So we get to see all the contracts and what's going on and the offers. They send us the soft corporate offers, which is the SCOs. And they have the prices or what it's going to cost for JP54. It's like that's like regular gas. If you got a car, that's like regular. Then you got like
fuel tanks for like jets.
DT12 or the Mosley M100, but D6 is like the high class diesel.
And that comes from Russia?
62. So when you got all of these different type of fuels and high quality products, this is where the majority of Russia's money is coming from.
Because they have the better quality oil.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
So besides over in near Kuwait, in the Kuwaiti border and all those places over there, they have great oil too. The United States, our oil is almost gone completely. We expended a lot of our resources in World War II, and we have been like hanging on by a thread, which was the cause of a lot of the wars, to go and try to just take oil companies behind false propaganda and lies. But these deals, like when you asked about Rotterdam, Rotterdam's in the Netherlands, because no boats can go from America to Russia. That's not going to happen. And vice versa. That's not. Russia can't send a boat here. We can't send a boat there. So Netherlands is like the neutral ground. So that's like the meeting place for all the companies. So all the barrels go to the Netherlands, which is in Rotterdam. So all these, like, we talking about millions of canisters that go there. Or because a spot run, like let's say you do a contract for a year, you're looking at about maybe 10 million barrels for the year, or per month. That's the maximum. But you normally get a 1-year contract or a 2-year deal. But they do a spot run. So they'll do like maybe 2 spot runs or 1 spot run, which is a test to see how it goes. So they're not obligated to keep you until they do the test run and say, okay, we like what we see here. They'll pay for the test, but they're not obligated to be stuck in a contract. So after the spot run goes, it's normally 1 million barrels. And, if that goes smooth, then everything continues to flow. Now, the thing is that when it comes to the United States, it all goes through Houston, Texas. That's where the dock is. So that's where all the barrels get unloaded from. They go from Rotterdam to Houston. So,
damn. So that's why Houston. Wow. Okay. And
so Houston is the only place they dock. So it doesn't dock anywhere else but Houston. So you go from Rotterdam to Houston. That's the United States. That's how they get their oil from the Russian Federation. They bring it here. So now, this is why gas is high. This is why plane flights are going to be extraordinarily high. So if you get your plane flights for the future, you better start grabbing them like today. Because believe me, they're going to go up $200, $300 easy.
What you mean, like per barrel or per gallon?
No. I'm talking about getting a plane flight to fly anywhere. Like, let's say you want to go from here to Vegas. What usually is a round trip for about $300, you might be paying $400 one way.
Damn.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Does that include a hotel? Is that including all the expenses? Is that just including travel just to get on the plane?
No, that's just for the flight.
Damn.
Yeah, it's gonna be very expensive. See, the gas.
Damn.
People forget planes take gas too. So the JP54 is what most of these planes take. Only like private planes, and they take the real good fuel. Or national planes, they take the D12. D2 or D6.
So what's the future of commerce looking like? I mean, commercial traffic, because
commercial traffic, everything's going to be a mess until they can resolve this situation, because all of the gallons now are stuck in Rotterdam. Nothing's moving because of the sanctions.
Oh my goodness!
They have a sanction on natural gas and oil. So now that means our gas prices are going to go through the roof.
Oh yeah.
So that's why your gas prices right now is going to climb into $6. Some places it's $6 and $7.
Yeah, no, I saw that. It's definitely like that out on the West Coast. Chicago up here, it's like, I mean, you know what it's like in Chicago. It's $5 in the city. It's going on $6.
$4 to $5.
Man, it's about to hit.
So now those prices are going to be high. Uber rides are going to be higher. And now people don't realize the cost of living goes up. And it's going to make it uncomfortable for every single body over here.
Can you hear him, Christian?
Getting any relief.
Oh yeah.
So how long it's going to go, we don't know. But because Russia, it depends on how long they're going to hold out. You see, Putin is trying to restore the Soviet Union again.
That part.
And this is what he wanted to do. In 2014, he took Crimea back. Crimea has been their staple hold since they gave it up in 1954.
Damn.
Which was dumb. But when they gave it up and they went to Ukraine, it was part of a deal. But then the Soviet Union split and Ukraine became its own country. Crimea was a big staple for Ukraine's financial growth. Ukraine has clean water. They can grow their own crops.
Wow.
So they make a lot of revenue, and their value is up a lot more than Russia, and Russia needs that money. So they want to take back Ukraine and have that back under the Soviet Union and being ran by Putin's government. So they want to overthrow that government and run it. And the United States know they can't let that happen. Because if he gets in the power and starts to get any type of power, he's going to start to make moves to build up the Soviet Union again and get it back. And because everybody would have to fall in line. Ukraine, they like their independence.
So what is all this talk about Ukraine housing some of the most corrupt trafficking portals and on top of that laundering portals for American government, for the world government at large, like European and Russian included, I believe at some point. How is that connected into what how else do you think that's connected to the war situation? Because I'm hearing there's that factor in it, but I don't even know how, I've seen some weird things coming out of Ukraine like as of lately, but I don't know. Like it's
when Biden's son over there doing some stuff.
Right, that part. That part is completely, that's already out there in the open, but nobody's paying attention to that. And everybody's acting like that don't even matter. Like if my thing is, this has been a problem forever for politicians, to get involved with business and corporations and turn this all this into an economic mess. It's been happening. I'm Skyping you now, Carcino.
We're on the phone. It didn't go through.
All right, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna hang up on you and call you through that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm thinking that like what it seems like is that there's a definite. This is why I knew when the United States started getting involved with this, or there was talks of us getting involved. I was like, we got some stuff going on over there that we shouldn't, and they not telling us because like the United States, we only engage in one or two things because they only know two languages, which is violence and dealing with money or power, really. And then when I heard about that, and then I went and looked up Ukraine and looked at all the raw materials that they produce, looking at all the minerals, the oil, the this, the that, all the exports. I was like, this little country is like this, like Mesopotamia for like Europe. Like this is ridiculous.
It's all kinds of crazy shit going on out there, and we just America. I grew up in America. We are in a bubble. Like if we don't travel like that, we feel like America's the greatest shit on earth, and it's like, damn, I'm giving y'all the one eye. Let me give them both eyes. There's some nice shit out there, man. Come on. I'm still waiting on Tony to get back on us.
I don't know if anybody can see me.
Oh, I can hear you. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. All right, cool. All right, we about to plug you in, Carcino. Give me 1 second. Hey, we got Carcino in the building, y'all. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
What's up? I see I got a little picture here. I got you in a big picture.
I'm about to
So,
feed
as long as everybody can see me, that's what's up.
My camera's being split between the Skype and the OBS thing, so I gotta push you. I gotta plug you into the Skype with us.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
All right. Are you seeing Tony still coming on?
I think so. I texted him. He said he was trying to. He said he's trying to get on the show. I think he's trying to figure out the Skype situation.
Okay, bet. I was about to text him.
Yeah, text him. Definitely let him, hit him with the pressure. Tony, man, we need you on the show, man. We need you. Cena, you gonna meet this cool brother, man. This dude is on some movie theater shit, man. This dude is a superhero in the flesh, man. He's on the same stuff you guys are on too, man. Like that's the best part about it, man. Y'all definitely get along real fine. This dude is on some superhero shit.
That's what's up.
Alrighty, let's get a new window. Boom. NDI source. Yep. Carcino. Man, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you on here, man. I will say that.
Oh.
Carcino. Yup. Boom. Okay. You plugged in the video, bro. Okay.
All right. I see you now.
Right, let me fix my Let me get myself out of here. Main cam. Okay. Boom. Okay.
Okay. Now, let me show you something. I don't know if you guys see it. Okay, there. All right. Okay, there. Now here. Here's one of the Russian business sending me an email to try to sell their promote their oil and go ahead and move it. So we call them gods. They're registered mandate company for the Russian federal, and they deal with crude oil and everything that they got here. They're trying to get us to get some of the oil. This is all before the war and all this stuff. So this is what we go through on a regular basis. They send me an SCO corporate offer, and that's the soft corporate offer right here. I'll pull this up so you can see what one looks like. This is the company, and this is their offer sheet. And they show their commodity, what they have. D2 gas. And then we put our price, what we want in return, what we request to help move it. Now, yeah. Our company is the brokerage company. We go and get the client that needs the oil and gas by the barrels, and we bridge those two together. So that's our job. They want all the terms that they want and how the procedures go. Now the price is never the problem. The procedures and how it goes. People want the procedures to go certain way. And then the company be like, that don't work. I need the procedures to go this way. So I have the paperwork state that this is how the procedures are going to go. So you see all the different gallons for all the different type of fuel. And now all the different fuels deal in different type of price and grade. All of this goes up. It's just like at the pump. Diesel, premium, mid-grade, and regular. That goes for everything that you see here. Most of this is jet fuel. This is for airplanes mostly. So this is like high price gas. Then they have the automotive gas right here. The Russian or they're charging. Yeah. That's per $300 per metric ton. So everything ships in metric tons. So you're looking at $1 million per barrel. Our pay and salary off of this for our company. After we split with the major company that we have, we get like a brokerage fee of like $2 per barrel. So our split would be 25 cents a barrel. That would be my take. All of this that goes down. I'm getting 25 cents a barrel. Oh, that's just abbreviation. Yeah, that's just abbreviation for the breakdown of the cost for the metric ton, for the net barrel. That's just the cost. That's just the way they put it in there for the Russian terminology. It's just me metric ton. So but this is what we're talking about. This is the D6. The D6 is mostly for international. They use D6 fuel. Like they use regular gas. Anything going in the United States using JP54. But if you're gonna go outside, like say you go to the UK, the plane gotta have like D6, D2. It's expensive. You're gonna have to fly premium. You can't have no regular gas. Go and take long trips. So that's why this gas is very important. Planes fly every day. People don't understand. Planes got to fly. So the fuel gotta be there. Can't have grounded flights. That's gonna cost even more money. So this is where the money's always gonna be. So I'm always around the money. So if my cut is 25 cents a barrel, a spot run is $1 million at a minimum. So for each run, that's just one run. Now when the contract is done, people do up to 10 million barrels a run. So that's 250,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say you trying. Yeah,
that's 250,000 a run. That I did the math real quick. I was like, okay. I just helped you out. Okay.
Hold on, Chris. Dang, what happened?
Now here's the contract for international export for the Russian Federation. The minimum quantity that they got for 200,000 spot in contract. Paying for the spot and the contract, which means they're going to pay for the one time the spot. They're not locked in until the spot run goes through. And then with the 12 months, you got the rolls and extensions. So you use your commission structure, which is $10 per and $5 per barrel.
But you make it sound easy right now because there's a lot of factors that are going into all that need to be looked at for real. Like, I mean, this makes sense to you because you've been dealing. How long you been dealing with this?
I've been dealing with this a couple of years.
See, so it's gonna sound like it's nothing to you, but you just hit us with some geometry and trigonometry.
Well, yeah,
and Christian's on the line right now. We gotta get him back on the show. This is.
Yeah, it's billions of dollars being made on the internet every day, and it's different ways to get it when you can just sit at home and make money.
Question. I was like, I need to find out how to do this.
I ain't got to speak Russian. I don't got to move. And I can sit there and do this deal and get stuff done. And we got all kind of calls going through. Like big partners, everything. See, that's what the SBLC stands for, standby letter of credit. For like different type of payment terms. See, if you get that approval, that means that you are accredited. So you gotta go to the proper channels down. It sounds easy. The only problem is going to come from not you. The problem is going to come from most of these people are trying to use other ways, other people's accounts, like other people, companies to try to do business because they're on they call the USA block list, or they on blacklist rather. So they can't do business with the United States. So that means money. Yeah. So your money can get called escrow. So they can owe you money, and it'll sit there until they clear all of that up and say, okay, like we can go ahead and approve this. Our company, we got like over probably 700,000 in escrow accounts, just sitting there, and we can't get them until the government approves it and take them off the blacklist, or we can get it moved around a different way, because the person that was doing the business, they had a person on there on the blacklist, and they can't. The money is in escrow. The United States hold it until they can resolve the situation. And I'm like, man, how long can they hold this money in escrow? That's a lot of damn money to put up in escrow. So they gotta get vetted. And once they can pass the vetting process, then it's easier to get the agreements going on. So now you got to deal on the other side. They got to make sure they have the right tank storage. So if you don't have the right tank storage, so you got what they call the TSA. And that's what this is. That's what the tank storage agreement. That proves your storage has availability to hold the oil. Some people would even lie and say about my it can hold as much oil. I'll be like, dude, if you can't hold it, what the you buying? Like, what is you doing, dog? Ain't nobody gonna sell a boat all the way to waste all this money just to come down here and say I'll get mad on them straight South Chicago. These dudes. Dude, what the hell wrong with you, man? You sitting there wasting all this time and money. Cause you stupid enough trying to say I ain't got the storage space. The hell with you? What think gonna happen?
I'll be hot too.
Yeah. Had storage space. You had to. I thought this and this and that. They sent you the matrix, everything. You said, yeah. And now we get there, you ain't got the goddamn storage space for the hell oil, man.
He just saw the dollar and was like, I'm gonna figure it out. He just saw how much money was gonna be cut off. He was like, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna figure it out. I just know I can't say no to this opportunity right now.
Gotta give. Right. I'm gonna put this oil somewhere. He's gonna get my bag. Right.
So they got right that NCNDA. Now that is non-disclosure. It's a confidentiality agreement.
Hey, look, we
because this is done. This is nice and done, and no one has done anything. So now this is the only reason you guys can see this. So this is like a declassified one now. So you guys can see this. Other than that, nobody will be able to see this. This would normally classified information.
Formally classified, y'all. Face the facts. Formally classified. Yeah. This is in depth. Y'all wanna talk business? We could talk business. This man just came and showed y'all some confidential paperwork on some Russian imports of oil. People, you can see it straight from the source. It's stuck where? It's stuck where he came out here and told us exactly where it was at. Where is it stuck at?
It's in Rotterdam.
And you wanna know how he knows that? Because he's trading with them. Come on.
Man, make bread off hooping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's in the mix, bro. Damn. I mean, it can't get any clearer, but
I'm the plug. I'm the plug. That's my title.
So how many?
I know you want it. I give it whatever you get. I get my percentage, and y'all do business. Everything that moves.
So let me ask you this: how many people out there like that are out there trading oil like that, or are at least involved in the oil trading industry? And then, how many people are basically supporting this industry? And what's about to happen to all their money now that they can't move anything?
Everybody money messed up. everybody's money is see, because now you got these people that's going out doing dip tests. Because see now they're skipping the dip test. See what they do is they test. They got to test the oil. They got to test the oil. And normally they got to pay for that. And they basically put the test the oil to make sure it's not contaminated and everything else. So they got to do a test. It's called a dip. So
how does that work?
So you gotta. Well, see what they do is they buy the orders they call the SGS, and then they have to come over and they have to test the product, test all the sellers tank. But see, that's gonna be at the buyer. They let you know right there. They let you know right there. See, you gotta pay for that. So you gonna pay. So you gonna pay for the guy lets you know right there. They're not paying right there. They're not paying. You gonna get the oil. You gotta get the oil. You gotta have to pay for the dip. So and it's got to be consistent. And it's got to be like all the specifications of what the seller would want. What the seller would want. If they say if they got leaking tanks. Let's say not leaking, but like if you're renting a tank, or something like that, you got to submit. You got to call the fuel injection, and then report that to the buyer. You need a full injection. And report that. You gotta
so with all that management happening, who's doing all your paperwork? Are you single-handedly handling the production of not production, but the that's all the inspections, the insurance that comes with that.
My business partner is Sandra Brown. So she handles all the other like technicalities. She does all the verbiage and the contract. That's Sandra. She's in Smith. So Sandra Brown. She handles that. And she goes make sure we get our money. Make sure we get our money. She puts all that together for us. She makes sure they know what they're buying, which they normally agree to. It's like the standard. It's like the standard. We not nobody extorting anybody. They show they could use. They show they could wire transfer 103s. Total product, everything, and they had a transaction done within 24 hours. So this is like multi-million dollars. But this is just only one thing I'm involved in. There's many other things.
Man. Superheroes, man. I would have never, man. I'm learning something new about you every day, man. Seriously, every time I see this brother, man, he's always telling me about something new he got going on. I'm like, what?
Yeah, man, you got to. In this day and age, that's what's going on out here, man. There's so much that's happening because we were moving currencies, a different currency that they were doing early on. Like when they had the super Chellies in China, when they were buying those back, bonds, trading bonds. Man, that was crazy. Those things are worth millions, like hundreds. And people couldn't name them. Family members that gave like the government was buying them all back in China. So anybody had any people in the United States, people in America had these bonds, given to them at birth. We can get money for it. They had black eagles, the Mexican bonds. So people were trying to move, and that was huge. Like about 4 or 5 years.
I had no idea.
I'm like, man, I got black eagles, black Chellies. I was trying to move.
Damn.
I was trying to get them out. The dudes is coming to me. I'm like, come to me. I'm gonna help get rid of them. We gonna get this money. Cause this is like 300 million. I'm like 400 million. I gotta get in this game. That's too much bread on the table.
Would it offend any of y'all? Would it offend any of y'all if I were to take a puff or two on the show? We all on this platform together. I don't want to tarnish anybody's images.
No, my can't be tarnished.
Understood. Christian, how you feeling, brother?
I'm all good.
You sure? You got some important interviews coming up, man. I don't know if I want to do that to you.
Man, that's
all good.
And I'm like,
you saw that senator? There's a senator out there. There's somebody out there running for senator.
Gary Chambers, my man.
With his commercial.
That guy.
Fat ass blunt on the propaganda. Man, go ahead, man. Carcino, please enlighten us, brother. What? So, Sandra Brown, that's your partner. That's a new name for me because I tried to Google that and the first thing that came up was an author.
No. She's with Smith and Brown Corporation. See, it's like a firm. So you probably ain't gonna find her, but she's on LinkedIn as me. But yeah, she's a partner. Me and her been together. Dude, we got so many crazy offers. It's crazy. Nice. We not even believe. It's another classified one. Yeah. There's another one. See there. This is Oil Source Petroleum Company. Moscow City, Russia. That's the Berean, the actual company where the oil is being kept.
Okay.
So they sending out their offer. They want us to work with them.
Damn. So where are they going to be porting it to if Houston with the sanctions on now?
Well, now I don't know what they think. Not sanctions there. Like right now, we don't. Everything is stuck. You know, like everything's still like whatever you had going is still stuck in Rotterdam. Everybody is just stuck right now. They don't know what to do. So all the things here is almost the same. Like it's a different company. It's the same problem. And see, there it is right there, Rotterdam. See, all of it goes to Rotterdam. Because by law, definitely Russian ships don't come here. They come here to Russia. That is out of question. Vice versa. You ain't never gonna see a boat here. Like, where you going, Russia? No, you ain't.
Right now.
Rotterdam is the Netherlands. That's like the beach that's the neutral place. So everybody go there for their tanks and everything else. But it's more. Let me see. Get past all this. This is just fuel stuff. Because there's a lot more than this.
Man, we appreciate you for, definitely putting that input onto the show, man, because, we can show them clips all day, but we got somebody in the field. Like, that's deep. We're getting it straight from the source. You don't even have to hear it off of Fox or nothing. It's straight from the source.
Without a doubt. And there's so many different things. Like they have bullet sheets for PTT trade platforms. People need money right away for whatever they go out and try to buy or purchase. Like sending money for business or something. They need hundreds of millions fast. And they want to go ahead and get some info. So we have to go into the buyers and fish them out. So I said, man, gotta go there and get them. I'm trying to see if I got the super Pacellis. But it's not an easy thing. This is real tedious and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of nonsense too. People just being greedy. Then some people just being stupid. So you're gonna run into a lot of people. And you got people who know they can't do stuff and try to see how well they can get over. It's like really?
So
you really want to get over like this? Like this?
The reason I'm not surprised is because, again, I haven't directly traded. Nothing past maybe a few $100s. Maybe I haven't seen a profit over $100 ever. You know what I'm saying? But I've played with fake money, so I kind of understand how economics works on that level. But I've never actually had skin in the game. You know what I'm saying? And like, I can imagine their lifestyle is based off of these. That goes back to the bonds, the value of these bonds based on the value of whatever resources back in the debt, the government's debt, and it's like, before I could even put skin in the game, I got, I understood the pyramid scheme of all pyramid schemes. So in pyramid schemes, everybody's trying to get over on each other. You know, they're coming at you left and right. These are the godfathers of the pyramid. Well, not the godfathers, but they've apparently perfected the pyramid scheme because we're living in it. Like it's been that.
Right.
And you know, this stuff goes back to, you know, how the Federal Reserve literally bankrupted us on more than several occasions on purpose. And the American government, however they, you know, established that relationship, it was done in the dark. Like they have that on the record. Like those little Jekyll Island visits. Why you got to go to an island? You the president with our tax dollars. Well, they wasn't even paying taxes like that back then. I mean, I think up to that point with the Federal Reserve they was, but that's to pay for war. It was like temporary. Like taxes weren't supposed to be permanent. You know, so we're getting in this game of trading bonds and trading this and that to keep up with just maintaining a lifestyle that's somewhat decent. But you're fucking going crazy because, you know, you got to keep up with all these demands. Like somebody's got to come up short, and it ain't gonna be you in the game of capitalism. Somebody's got to come up short, and it ain't gonna be me. That's the attitude I hear. It's not about, no, we all can get rich, we can all do this. It's somebody's gonna come up short, and it ain't gonna, let me just slide this over here before you know what's up. That's 2008. That's what happened in 2008. I don't own a home. I don't have to pay no mortgage, nothing like that. But you know, I have family. I have people who do, and I know people who are going through it. And it's just like, damn, who would want to be in a house right now? For what? Like that's, if you can afford it, great. But it's like that shit is crazy. And they're trying to push this, like, you know, normal life as if, you know, the middle class isn't about to get phased out. It's happening. Middle class is it's about to be the haves versus the have-nots. It's not about to be no middle class and I'm just getting by no more. It's about to be you either got it or you don't.
Because that gap is getting wider. It's getting wider by the day. Because the people that work for them, like the jobs that used to get our grandparents enough money, like think about this. Your grandparents used to be able to get a factory job, work that job, get a house, maybe put their kids to college, be able to get some retirement, be good. You got us working the same factory jobs and doing Uber Eats, and you still are just barely getting your rent put in and maybe some savings. Like it's a different time now. And this is why I tell everybody, especially when it comes to like economics and politics, like it's about timing. So like everything that worked for them during the 60s and even before that industrial revolution and all that good stuff, it doesn't work in the 21st century because stuff changed. And unfortunately, when you talking about economics, you inherit like success, you inherit failure, especially in America for us. And we kept inheriting failure like over and over again. Like there should be a bunch of people like Mr. Carcinio here, a bunch of us that are like being able to engage in these business practices and being able to do all this stuff. Why isn't there? That's the for me. That's the real question. Why is there not a wave of us in all of these different industries just flourishing and striving to on the bigger better things? Because we get a lot out of everything.
Man, and it's
Yeah.
and that comes from many different ways because the education ain't even there either. Like this is stuff I had to learn myself, and it's like that's where all the money's at. Like we don't even know what money is coming out of college. It's not out of high school, out of college. We still don't know what money is coming out of college. Even if you're an economics major, you may or may not have, a concept of how capitalism works, but you don't know how money works. I had one farmer bond, $250,000, ready for cash and carry. Damn.
One farmer's bond. $250,000.
Damn. How old is it?
The bond. I don't even know how old it was. I didn't have all that. Sandra was like, "Are you the bond owner? Do you have the POL? And he's like, "Can't be more than 3 days old. Did you use TNT and closing because that's what mostly all the bonds closing in Zurich. So mostly all the bonds they was using the bank and closing and doing the deal.
So is Zurich a country? Is it a bank? What is that?
Yeah, Zurich is a country. So the thing is that when you go, so Zurich is a very rich place in Switzerland. So they got the biggest banks, everything. So over there, it's like another meeting ground for these bonds.
So do you see a war happening there next?
In Switzerland,
Are
no.
they not part of NATO? Okay.
Switzerland, no. It's the North Atlantic Treaty is Canada, the United States, and I think was it Russia and all them all in this North Atlantic Treaty. So, but yeah, man, all these people come and they own all these bonds and they wanted to move them. They want to get these instruments. There's so many people that have stuff and want to move it and don't know how.
So how did you get into it? How did you figure that game out?
I got into it once I saw the money and I saw the numbers and I started to look and I started to see the market and started to see where the money was really going. And I said, well, okay, these people are making money online. And then I got in with a couple of partners that I'm connected to on LinkedIn. And then me and Sandra got introduced through another guy that she was partners with. They're not partners no more. Me and Sandra teamed up and we moved from there. So I was like, okay, this was money. So it hit me up. And he's like, a personal friend of mine has a complete negotiation and signing authority for 2 past co-ed farmers for 500,000 historical bonds. We already received 3 offers for 37 billion.
Right.
Per each bond. And this was in 2014, October 11th, 2014. He had 500,000 historical bonds. 500,000 farmers, 500,000 historical bonds. 3 offers, 37 billion per each bond. But the brokers insisted that the procedures and we passed, although we protect the brokers, we only deal face-to-face with variable buyers and the variable signatures, usually institutional buyers. We are receptive to credit, bona fide offers, want to negotiate on LinkedIn. So 37 billion per bond. That's how crazy that was. But I was telling 500 million, 600. That was starting off. I'm like, this is crazy amount of money. What the hell? I'm not in that. I was right. I gotta get it. Oh.
Listen. I'm just trying to figure out how I can hold something real quick. Good. Night.
I was like, dude, I need one hit. Like, if I get one hit like this, I'm out the game. I can get out the game. Shoot. Now he's getting the offer. We wouldn't get 37 billion. We'd be well off for the rest of our life. It just off the percentage. We talking hundreds of millions. just off a percentage. Like said, you had 2% of 37 billion. You gonna be pretty well off. So you gonna be pretty good. But then you get people that's like super greedy. Like we had deal on the table like it was done. Millions of dollars on the table. One person is mad and blew the whole damn deal. That still feels me to this day. I'll be a multi-millionaire right now. This sits up here and gets mad. One person that should be getting that kind of money. It's like, you tens of dollars. What the hell are you worried about? You cut a loan bigger than all of us, and you still mad because you don't want one person. I don't want that person to get. He don't deserve that kind of money. I don't want them getting nothing at all. I'm like, the hell you mean? Yeah, he's going to get like $30 million. Who cares if he gets 5? I'm like, man, I was mad as hell, man. I was too mad.
I can't even fathom the mentality. Does he have like a grudge against him from something prior? He don't want him to have the money to do that.
He didn't like on the call. He didn't like the way the tone was. He's already rich. But it's just rich people just got they got bureaucracies, man. It's just like he didn't feel like this guy was going down, like was thankful enough to him or whatever. But he just felt offended. Just like hell.
Oh man, that's funny.
Crazy.
It's really blew my mind. I'm still. That was in 2014, and we still piss. I think about it all the time.
I don't even want to tell you, man.
But yeah,
those are just different kinds of problems.
We've seen a lot.
Those are different kinds of problems.
We've seen a lot of deals out here that could be done. A lot of business. A lot of people doing bullet trades for bank loans. They need to stand by credit businesses, so they need to get to those right people and get in there, be in the middleman. So the middleman helps. That stuff helps. So and that's where the money is. A lot of people making deals there. Now you get a lot of people who are con artists, and they just want to get in and try to steal. They mess the game up for everybody. Because these people, that's why they got to vet you. Make sure nobody's getting. And we like, look, just go through the whole process. We ain't here to rob. We just want our cut. We make sure you get what you supposed to get. You get what you supposed to get. You get what you supposed to get. We get our cut. Everybody go home. That's what we on. So.
That sound like a vendetta, man. I don't know anybody who would give up that much money just to make a point, unless they really needed to make that point.
Rich people, man. Rich people, man. That's the only thing. That's the only thing you can say is
rich people problems. 99.
Rich people. Some of the weirdest things in the world.
I was like, I don't know. I could be mad. I don't know how. I don't care what happened. I don't care what happened. You stub my toe.
There's principles to that shit. There's principles to that shit. When money's not an issue, you could have principles, and it's like, all right, look.
Look at this. No exception.
Money ain't a factor, so.
Farmers. All single farmers and sellers who don't want to make it on time. Yeah, one chance to make millions in cash all this week. We got one last chance. As sellers agree to this price and proceed to complain, this will work for them. We like, do not bring forth any sellers for renegotiate a change stated law. There are no exceptions. And you think that they understand there's no exception. They will come right in. Guess what they're gonna bring in? Some exceptions. But what about this? He says no exceptions. We say nonsense. Farmers, 100% This is a great for the non-believers of the belief.
I think you're covering your mic.
I'm sorry. It's like this is all the non-believers. The fee is 10%, minus 2.5%. The seller was in travel and expense. The seller had to call Monday attorney. Tuesday to say he just and run compliance. The KY stuff is nothing but ask your betting. When they bet, make sure you got all that stuff. That's what they gotta go. Most people don't man. I remember this. That's why I was afraid. They was taking short. People was scoring this deal up. This was terrible. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is hundreds of millions of dollars. What is people doing? They pulling all this money. I just couldn't believe it, man. I mean, you would be surprised. I'm like, dude, I want to get my hands on that guy. I'm like, let me call and try to text him and get him back on the line. I'm like, let me get him back on the phone. Let me holler at him. I got to get him back to the table. And he just went silent on everything, man. He just started taking nobody's emails. I'm like, this dude, this is like turkey. Everybody below concern. Y'all about to blow this deal. I'm like, why? Why would you do this? Oh man, that's look at that. That would at least. That's what you're saying. Look, let's put it down, 400,000 right here, 416,666, and that'll keep us going for a while, so we get everything else done. All right, let's go ahead and do that. That sounds simple, man. We was trying to do everything, the procedures, everything listed for them. It was like, look, these are the procedures before the doc. It's all here. How do you blow this? It's just, man, I swear, I still think about it to this day. That blows my mind. That blows my mind.
Well, bro, sounds like a lot. I think long term, how do we make that communicable to the people? How does that hit home for a lot of people that are not as educated on the bond trading process, the amount of money that's been moving in this country for years, and just nobody knew what it was going on about? How do you tie that in with the everyday consumer? How does that? What do you see happening?
Everyday consumer is that you buy land. All of it is the bonds come to land. See, in China, they all became partners. China disconnected itself from the rest of the world. Everything was in-house. They farmed their own place. They had separated themselves from the rest of the world, trade and everything. It was all in-house for years. So when they started to suffer, they had played and everything else, and they were like, man, we money. So they had to get back to trade, and Bill Clinton brought them back to trade. Brought them back to trade. Once they did that, everything, products started to be made in China. It was cheap. It was cheap labor. It was saving a bunch of money. All these rich folks, and they were like, I can get it made in China. So China started making money off Christmas. All the holidays. They don't celebrate. They make Christmas ornaments, Santa's toys. So that's how they got back into their money. So the land, all the people that had all that land, they were separated. They were their great-grandfathers and all of them. They passed them down to their children, and they passed it to their children. So they got deeds, what they call pacelli, which is like bonds for all the land and everything. So the government, just back in 2014, the Chinese government has gotten so rich because of the internet. And everything else turned into a superpower. And in 2025, they're going to pass the United States as the most highest grossing country in the world. They're going to pass them up, and the United States will be second for the first time ever behind somebody else. So now, China bought back all the bonds. They said, we want all this, we're going to control our own land. So when they bought all the properties and bought all the land back, now the opportunities are much lesser than what people thought. They were like, man, if China buy these bonds, they can no outside owners saying they own anything. But in the United States, we had the same thing. The Indians had farmland, and even my grandmother did. It's like farmers' rights to the land. We paid them a huge amount of money because they were ancestries. When somebody went and dug up some paperwork that the state and the government made, it's a book called the United States Code. You got to get that. And it tells you there's so many things about laws that we've never been taught. My book is on the way. That United States Code book, gotta get it. That tells you about the law and all these provisions in the law that nobody really know about because they don't teach you. These things about land and how you can actually use the land and use that to finance other things. And there's certain things about the property that can't come take from you. That you could do with the land that no one else can do. Use it to rent it out for different situations, and it can you could put it in like what they would call a will, like it's almost like a dowry. How they used to do it many years ago, like your daughter gets married and all of this. That land is worth something. Like if you have cattle on it, if you because all of the because it comes from what they call agriculture and all that stuff. So the land value goes through the roof because now you go to a farm, you have cattle, like a horse ranch. These things that cost money, but it raises the value of your land.
And is this so I think I just found it. Now is this the So is this the book that you talking about? I looked it up almost immediately.
Yeah. The United States Code. That is the book. Get that book. That's everybody should have that book. You're gonna be surprised when you find out there's a difference between a person and an individual, and you'll be like, what? And how that law is different wordage, verbiage in the book. That'll make you just blow. You be like, oh my God.
That's how they can legally get away with locking people up by the majority.
Yeah.
I was reading something the other day. They were saying that even being considered Black or African American is considered something outside of human, like outside of in the legal court of law. Like they can legally put you in jail for no reason today. Like that's not like some old outdated law. Like that's still a thing today. And that's why it's like this concept of being slaves still is kind of hard to fathom. But yeah, new slaves is a thing. We are new slaves. Like this is like slavery on a more advanced level. Like we just don't understand this. Like it's kind of crazy, and it's like that.
They banned. That's why they took slavery away. They didn't do it because they wanted to like they abolished slavery for slaves. That wasn't
at all.
It was becoming too expensive. No, that was never did anything for our benefit.
And they had the Industrial Revolution. Their technology got up.
Exactly. The reason why they did it is that they said, look, we're losing now, and we can have these slaves. Let go work. We don't have to worry about the stress. Let go buy property and get land, generate money. We'll have work in our factories anyway. Just pay them a wage. Instead of staying here in Master's house, Master got to take care of them and all the upkeep and make sure that they got to pay slaves. They got to pay taxes to these slaves. They had to do everything for them. At the slave masters, so when the slaves were free, they kept a lot of it right back to the master's house. Because other people, the news and the newspapers and everything, they were writing like, oh my God, free, like we're all in danger, and keeping people in fear. So what they would do is just ride around these rides, call them night rides.
Can we just take a second to recognize how traumatizing that fucking propaganda was back then? Savages? Damn.
Yeah, I know. How people want to call themselves savages. It's crazy.
Fuck it, we gotta own it now. We gotta own it now. We gotta own it now. Everybody wants to be a savage now. Shit. Even though
they want that's reverse psychology. They're taking you back to the mentality of when they were basically calling you these things. Now you want to call yourself these things and make it cool, but you're basically using the reverse psychology of demeaning yourself.
I agree with that.
Because the outside world is demeaning. And I'm like, why do you want to call yourself a savage? Anybody else around the world like, that's not a good thing. Like, why would you want to call that about yourself? I'm a demon. It's demon time. I'm a beast. I'm like, these are not good things to say about you. This is definitely not who we are. We regal. I'm like, that's not where we come from. So I'm like, that's nothing to celebrate. So I try to get people to understand that. I was like, they're basically using this psychology, and they promote it. They put it on clothing. Savage clothing line. I'd be like, no, they want you to fall in line with this. Why they make money on your demise? That's all they want to do. Just keep making money off of you until you got and have you replaced with another one. Keep making money off you.
Christian,
they've expanded the.
Christian, give us some input on that. Give us some input on that, because I heard you about to chime in on something, and I saw you ready to go. This is a subject that is close to this brother's heart. Like, this is something he builds campaigns off of, and I mean, if he were to run for mayor, he's got himself a resume to go behind it. You know what I'm saying? So this is what Berean Talk. He does a lot of content like this on this very subject, and I want to hear what you have to say, brother. Chime in real quick.
I would say he's kind of already hitting the nail right on the head, because what you're describing is what we could call like post-traumatic slave syndrome, where we've already ingested that inferiority because of what was said about us so much, and it's not even that. Here's what a lot of people got to understand. When we talk about slavery, especially for us as Black people here in this country, and then us being American descendants of those slaves, the reason we talk about it so much is because something very unique happened here in America that didn't necessarily happen in slavery all around the world. And that's because there was a specific effort targeted towards stripping you of everything that connected you to your heritage and where you came from.
Exactly.
You don't really see that with a lot of other cultures. Like, you'll see the Roman Empire take over a people, but then they'll be like, all right, y'all are going to learn Latin, but y'all can still be here, and we're going to give you a little puppet king or whatever, and y'all can do y'all thing over here, but you still belong to us, and you got to pay tribute. With Black people, it's like we don't even know who we are anymore. So we don't know our languages. We don't know our family names. We don't know, the type of foods that we like to. We don't know any of that. They were purposefully. I mean, you can check out the Willie Lynch letter. They were purposefully taking different tribes, different languages, even warring tribes, and sticking them next to each other in boats, and then selling them off to plantation to plantation and splitting up families. So now you come years and years later, and then you got the entertainment industry basically making it so that, listen, because this is the fact of the matter is, the only entertainers that are really going to get big are the ones that are sponsored by, and let's be honest, these white Jewish media execs that are okay with you perpetuating music that is detrimental to your people. That's the only way it goes. Because like the people that are actually spitting positivity, the people that are actually, just like making art that's uplifting and everything, they're not getting, all of these major record labels and all of these big media companies like Paramount Pictures and all them to go and sponsor them, because that's not going along with the agenda that's, number one, making them money, and number two, keeping us as a bottom cast. So going back to even just like the buying habits and different things, like, okay, I think this is a perfect example of what this looks like. When Gucci made, I don't know if you guys remember this, Gucci made a jacket, and I think even some bags, and it was basically blackface. It was like
I remember that.
Yeah, the big red lips, the big white teeth, all of that. And I remember everybody was in an uproar. Everybody was going crazy. Now, what was funny to me was it was like, all right, statistically, just if we just gonna look at wealth, I get Black people are mad. We should be mad about this, but like, y'all can't even afford to buy this anyway. So we got to think about, they was doing this for a particular set of constituents. That's a whole nother conversation to have. But then number two, I remember everybody was like, all right, we're going to boycott Gucci. Which to me, but they were like, all right, we're gonna boycott Gucci. And then Floyd Mayweather was in a Gucci store right after this. He's coming out, and everybody's like, because I'm assuming he just didn't know about it. And he was like, and everybody was like, why are you shopping in Gucci? Like, they did whatever. And he's like, listen, I'm gonna buy whatever I want to buy. So
I know him. So I know that's exactly what he's gonna do. I remember that time because I talked to him like 2 weeks after that. because T.I. don't like Focus. They had their own, they had that fight and all that stuff over Tiny and all that stuff. T.I. was the one leading the charge, like, see, look at Floyd. Yeah, like, dog, stop bringing your personal stuff in here, trying to do that. But Floyd gonna do what he want to do, and ain't gonna let nobody tell him any different. He's always gonna be that way. He's like, I ain't gonna let the majority of the people do stuff change the way I want to do something. If they want to boycott Gucci, go ahead. But he brought up a very good point. He said, y'all boycott Gucci, but then y'all wear this company, which is owned by Gucci. Then y'all love that. Gucci own that. So are you going to ban them too? You still wearing that. Gucci own that too. You drink Hennessy, right? It's like, hey, they are not. They own that. So it's like, what are you talking about? So what are we really talking about? And like you said, if you're going to really do something, really do it. Don't do something just because you want to get some attention going and all this. But y'all finna go right back and wearing it, and 2 weeks later, sure enough, everybody back wearing Gucci.
You seen all the rap videos. Everybody was trying to buy it.
Just take one catchy song, getting back on Gucci. That's it. Just one catchy one. Just one catchy one. If they forget, they drop them with that. Oh yeah, I got Gucci on.
But you got that going on. You got people that like you, and you can guarantee it's gonna be on some Christmas list this year. So it's not like it's all about like everything being a situation. It's not even necessarily about like what's right and what's wrong anymore. It's just like, all right, what's trending right now? What's the new hashtag? So you got people legitimately convinced because of social media that the revolution gonna be televised, that you're gonna be able to TikTok the revolution. You're going to be able to Instagram the revolution. Like, nah, you got to put in work, sweetheart. Like, just because you wrote a little lengthy Facebook post about how you don't like white supremacy on the white supremacy network, don't tell me that you're ready to put in this work. So when I see those things, it's kind of like, it's disturbing, but number one, it's helpful if you can kind of understand where it comes from. Understanding that we've been so dehumanized for so long, like, doing that type of behavior is dysfunctional. I can't imagine. And here's the thing. You also got to say, somebody said this, I can't remember where the quote came from. They were like, you can figure out who your oppressor is when you find out who you can't criticize. Because I cannot imagine for the life of me, if Gucci decided to make a jacket with a bunch of swastikas on it, and then decide that they was going to try and sell that joint, and think we're gonna go well for them. You can't tell me that. Right.
Yeah.
They got a whole, this is a multi-billion dollar corporation. You mean to tell me they didn't have media and PR execs and this person. They had 15 levels of green lights that they had to go through in order to make that jacket. And then when they say oops when it gets spread around Facebook, Instagram, they knew exactly what they was doing. But they know that they would do it to us. That's the problem.
Same thing with the black boy and the ad video. And they said little monkey or whatever. Everybody flipped out of that, and they still was business as usual. But we all know what it is. The Jewish people, they want to be the ones to be the have-nots. They want to be the victims. Now. They had the Holocaust, which was about 20 years. They got over $20 billion. $20 billion.
Come on now. Israel's about to gas up.
They still get that money paying to them every year. They still get paid off that. So it wasn't like they went out to fight, to march, to get that money. That money was given to them. Because they control the narrative. There's plenty of people that's in total disagreement with how all of that went down. Now, they are the main ones fighting against African Americans getting their reparations. Why? We had 400 years. The reason why is because the majority of the slaves were owned by Jewish people.
Hey, we can do that. We
you know what's killing me though?
That's nobody wants to have that conversation.
They don't want to have that. They flipped it around when Khalid Muhammad said that, and that's when they went after Farrakhan because Khalid Muhammad said it publicly. And when he said 80% of the slaves were owned by Jews, and they split it to make him say like 80% of the Jews own slaves, and that's not what he said. And he's like, but you put a spin on it because that's what you do. He's like, you turn on the TV and read the 9 o'clock Jews, the 6 o'clock Jews. I mean news.
Dang.
The propaganda machine, because really the real Jews were the blacks, and they took that's why they Jewish. Ish means like. That means not like somebody got a shirt that's bluish. Don't mean it's blue. It's light blue. But it ain't. That's grayish. It's grayish. It's not quite gray, but it's light gray. So if you Jewish, you're not a Jew. You like a Jew. So you're not.
I mean, look, they'll tell you shit at their own mouths. They know what it is. Khazarians versus the natural Hebrews, two very different things. But you know what?
Right. The real Jews, they know. That's what they say. No. We real Jews. That is what said Abraham went to those in the caves. Like those dwellers in the caves. He was teaching them the Judean teachings. And then you came out and your main culture. Y'all created y'all thing. And just say we want to take things that we like and then make it a religion. That's what y'all did. Y'all made all the different rules, just like all the others did. That's why you have the Pentecostal and the Methodists, the Baptists. Wait a minute. We don't want to go all that. We can eat.
I think you're blocking the mic. I think you're blocking the mic.
I'm not blocking the mic.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, we got some interference. Oh shit! They said they're scrambling the messages on us, y'all. What the fuck?
Yeah, they're blocking now.
Fuck out of here. They scrambling our messages on us. Oh shit!
Yeah.
We facing the facts, y'all.
Oh my god. Okay. So I got a question for y'all, right? And this is really for the audience, anybody that's going to be kind of watching this. So I think there's a growing consensus around the United States that where everybody's kind of getting to raise consciousness, that they're understanding that the black people here, that there's definitely a connection between the Israelites, the Hebrews of the Bible, and then our experience here, how we got here, all the things we've experienced, the fact that we've been here. If you're going from 1619, 2019 is exactly 400 years. So the fact that you like put all of that stuff together, right? And then let's say all the pieces match up, and we find out, all right, we the real people, right? Then what? Like what do you do with that? Like this is just in general. I just be asking people this because
that's why there's strength. You can't fool people with the knowing. When you take away if somebody knows something, you can't fool them. You can't lie to them. You can't tell them something else. Be like, I already know. So if you already know something, they can't take it away from you. So it's hard to deceive people that know. So what we have to do is believe. That's what they tell you. Don't know nothing. Just believe. Have faith that this is what happened. Because they know everybody else have strength. Because they know they're God. China, they have Buddha. They put statue up. They got their They got everybody got the picture of what the God looks like, and it mostly resembles this. And they say this is God. This is Buddha. This is Krishna. He got 6 arms. They all made a Christ with blonde hair, blue eyes, and floating in the sky, and beard.
They got a Chinese Jesus. They got a Mexican Jesus. They got a black Jesus. They got a white Jesus. They got a Nordic Russian Jesus. Like they have all kinds of funny, like they got all kinds of Jesuses out there.
But in Russia, they have real painting with Jesus on there. Oh, one of the oldest churches in the world, black. You can never see. In China, they have a picture of Jesus, black. They have pictures everywhere in the countries of his natural look of what he looked like and resembled. They have the picture of the Madonna and what Madonna looked like. Black. With Christ in her arms, and she's breastfeeding.
Sino, we're gonna Sino.
They have that.
Sino. I'm going to Sino. I really want to finish this conversation with you. Right now, our brother here, I think we need to be. Are we meeting your schedule, Brother Christian?
No, we're good. I was just no. I was going to let him finish his point. So I was going to add something to it.
Okay. Then, sorry for interrupting, Carcino. Do your thing, brother.
Oh no, I was just saying because they have these pictures, so they know what Christ looks like. They know, and this is in Ethiopia. You know, like the oldest church in the world is there. It's high in the mountains. Like they still got climb mountains just to go to church. That's crazy. Like it is there. Like, it's really religious because the Christ was born in Ethiopia. Whoa. And then they changed everything to put it in the Bible and to hide the truth behind him. But they know he went there. They actually went there and started putting up pictures of the new Christ. They said, we're going to donate it to this church. And start putting it in there. And took down the real picture. And start putting up the pictures of Jesus down. Now they got more European tourists to come there now. So they're like, oh, we're getting more Europeans to come in now. We got this money. Because now they see something that resembles them. They're like, oh, they got a picture of Christ. And they was like, who donated this? All the churches from Europe say this donated. Like, well, why would you take down the originals? Because we have people from Chicago go there and take tours. So they got pictures of when they had the real pictures in there. They took those down. Put up the fake pictures.
I've only seen that on video. I haven't seen. I've seen that on video, but I haven't seen. I've never been to those temples, man. I wish I could say I did. I'm going to. I'm definitely going to. I'm definitely going to find out. I'm definitely going because they have the scriptures. They have it written in like the Ge'ez. Like they have the original with the Apocrypha. They have all that shit written like already up in those temples. Like they have the original like lambskin bonded and all that. They have it covered by cloth and printed. I'm like, dang, like I've only seen it on video, but I really want to definitely go out there and check it out myself. But I gotta learn the language and all this extra stuff to it. It's a lot to it. They got tours over here. A lot of the Israelites and Muslims and the commit brothers, they go over there. And so a lot of them come here and they have these tours. And everybody put their money up or whatever, and they pay and they fly over, and then he basically takes you on a tour. And then there's a lot of Americans that go every year. They go over there and visit. And they see for themselves. They see the real first temple. They see where all of it started. They learn, man, there's so much vast history in one facility. And you see how important it was for them to make that church. That's why they did it. It was so important for them to do it. Because they knew, like this is where the Christ came from. The anointed one came from here. So they let people know, like this is where he came from. He might travel to those places, but this is where he So let me ask you this: why choose the cross? There's this temple built in Aksum, Lalibela, that's what it's called, and it's like cut stone. They have like these like cross-shaped temples that are cut out of stone into the ground to make a temple or a church or a sanctuary. And they're saying it's like the most. Is that one of the churches you're talking about? Yes, that's one of the churches, and the oldest one is right above it, all the way up in the mountain. You got to climb on a rope to get in there. Yeah, I've seen that on video.
It's one of the oldest churches in the world. So they go always in the mountains, and someone got to pull you up by the rope, like thousands of feet up, for you to go to church. Just to go and pray, you got to go in that little space in there. And they have the actual carvings and of Christ and stuff in the walls, everything. It's unbelievable.
Dang, on some Lion King stuff like that's dope.
Yeah. It's something else to see. Just like you already know when you go in there or you see something like that, like you know this is the real deal.
You know something? I heard the maps were messed up, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. This is a question for both of y'all. I'm hearing this theory that the original Israel, like the 12 tribes, like the nation of it wasn't in the Middle East. It was down in South Africa, like Johannesburg and all that. Like I've heard this theory, and it's making a little bit of sense just off of the scripture they're using, but I'm not all the way 100% there yet. I know it's a big shock because that's what everybody knows. Israel is over there in the Middle East. Everybody knows. But
the thing is that you might be right because the map is always like a lot of people don't realize that at that time different cities were different
exactly
names.
And they have a bunch of old names with. We're gonna look at that. We're gonna have to look at that. We're gonna have to visually look at that. And we might have to save that because that's actually a topic we all should definitely discuss because that is a reality. Like that is, there's some structure behind that. I'm not fully convinced yet.
But all Persia.
Right. Babylon, Persia, all these things are different parts of Africa. And I'm just like, wait a minute. So think about it. Like everybody who's watching us right, like at this show moment right now, Africa's name came from a Roman conqueror, someone named something Africanus. So Africanus. That was a Roman emperor that conquered large portions of Africa at the time. I mean, it wasn't scrambled. It's been scrambled plenty of times. Africa has been scrambled like some breakfast. Like they scrambled that shit for years. So they've been conquering Rome's all the way down there. And so they've had this empire built for so long. You know, we've been in the Dark Ages for so long because they burned a lot of temples, burned a lot of libraries, burned a lot of records, changed a lot of stuff with the translations of whatever we do have, and rewrote history. So we're in a position now where it's like, you know, up until a couple hundred years ago, everybody knew the world was flat. Everybody knew we was on a plane, that the sun and the moon were smaller than, they were not 600 something million miles away from the planet, and it's the largest thing in the universe. Earth was the center, we were the center of the universe, and everything came around us. And that new teaching, this new philosophy of us being in a globe, and we're spinning at this many miles, you know, doing all this shit in space. We're out here spinning in space, and it's like, this is a new theory compared to like the thousands of years of history that has happened where every generation knew it was a flat plane, like every generation. But that's where we're at psychologically, because science is the new foreteller of truth. So when we look at historical facts, or if we look at myths, we don't really interpret them properly because we don't have their same sense of culture. Our science-based culture was their magic-based culture. You know what I'm saying? And instead of having scientists, they had priests. And instead of having engineers, they had masons, and they had, you know, the crafters and the craftsmen. Like the merchants, the things that we have today, we have more modern names for things that have been happening throughout history forever. Different gods, different generations, different ideas. So we don't know where anything is. We can't go to Antarctica. So where are we on this planet for real? And that's what's kind of like destroyed already. This used to be one big continent. So what was where versus what was where then versus what was there now? Like, it wasn't always like the earth has been shaken up, flooded, cracked, earthquakes, splitted, like asteroids done hit this shit. Like it's been fucked up. It's been going through a lot of physical changes, nation-ending changes, world-ending changes, and the floorboard is restructured. And now we got 7 continents, and this is what we're doing with them. It's a race to the top. And we're trying to figure out why the U.S. is attacking the Middle East, Russia, this, and that. And we don't even know where we are at right now. We don't know how money moves. We don't know how, we don't understand the connections between, you know, trading stocks and trading bonds versus the oil market versus the Wall Street market versus the foreign exchange, and how that's going to hit the household pocket. These conversations are happening on higher levels on a daily basis. Did you see the Forex today? Did you see the gold? Did you see the oil? And if shit don't hit right, everybody's screwed. It's like something like over 65% of Americans don't participate in the stock market at all. That is a great majority of Americans. So they have no idea what's going on. It could be literally one day, it could be if they wanted to. For 5 minutes, the Federal Reserve blacked out in 2020. If you could understand the heart attack the entire world had at that moment, like they didn't know what the fuck was about to happen. This is in 2020. The Federal Reserve said that whether it was a bug or some type of situation, the Federal Reserve's systems were shut down for 5 minutes. For the first time, and they said something like 40 years, maybe longer than that. And I was like, oh, we in trouble. What is shutting down? They're talking about, oh, it's running red hot. They're printing too much, or they're, you know, metaphorically printing with all these digital dollars flying around. It's a lot of shit. It's like the steam running. It sounds like the steam running is running out of steam. How you say liquidity is running out of liquidity. And now that we're in a collapsing economy, a collapsing market, a collapsing world, don't nobody know what the world looks like without the dollar. It's been around for the generations that are still here. This generation knows nothing.
The world is changing again. And people is changing for the worse. Like they're paying farmers not to grow. And they're doing it around the world. People starving, but they're paying people not to grow any more.
Our government, listen, people, our government was paying our own farmers not to grow shit during this pandemic. Dump it out. Let it all go.
Yeah. Because the thing is, it costs them money. And the reason why is it's called spoilage. For farmers, it's called spoilage. Because let's say you grow a lot of stuff and you put it in the supermarket and nobody's there to buy it. You know, it's spoiled. And you got an expiration date to sell it. So they say, look, we're just going to pay you money, don't grow anything. Because it's spoilage. So they trying to keep the spoilage down, and they still do that now. Some of the farmers, and farmers try to use that to their advantage, and it end up shortage because they don't want to make or grow too much, and then you do that, and you just losing out on your money. So they be like, spoilage rate is high. So look, here's the money. You ain't got to grow that right now. But now you got a lot of these people buying farms and buying farmlands from people, and they're giving young people, and most of the young people, they and the older pass away, and they leave it to them. They don't want the responsibility. Most of these young folks don't understand. They don't get it. Alert. Where somebody come with a check, they take the money. And they say, okay, y'all children, y'all need to get y'all right now. I'm gonna take a vacation in my life, and then they blow the money gonna run out. Then what? You just gave up legacy. You just gave up everything for a bag, and that bag run out. Then you got nothing left. So don't nobody already know. But somebody offer you something, whatever price they give it, offering you. It's worth double. They ain't gonna never give you something at the value it is. They'll never do that, or even over the value. They're gonna give it to you knowing that it's undervalued. LeBron James, they gave him that 3-year, $100 million when he was 18 years old. Like you got $100 million deal 3 years. They he got $100 million deal 3 years. Man, he came up. That was a horrible deal.
Really?
LeBron came in. His shoe made like 200, almost 300 million his first year.
His first year.
Nike made almost 300.
So what?
First year, they made 340 million. So they made over 200 million profits plus off that shoe in 1 year. And they only got to pay him 3 years, 100 million. So they got no. So they gonna get 3 years. They gonna make about $700 million off of his shoes, and they only gotta pay him $100 million. So you gotta look at the numbers and see that in the end that really wasn't a deal. That was a bad deal. But now LeBron grew from these things, and he's going as far as a businessman. In business, he's doing that. But see, the problem is it's always one. You see, it's never a group. Everybody else is a family or a group that do something like, hey, the family, the butlers, they all doing this. It's not one. You see the Caucasian, look at the Chinese. When they do something as a group. You never see the Chinese one person doing something. It's always the group, the family. Filipinos, they go in as a group. They're unified. So one person gets rich, they all get rich. They all each with one fall, the next one can take over and help pick him back up. So that way they don't fail, really, because they got somebody there to pick them up. That's the structure we had back 30, 40 years ago. And we were better off mentally 30, 40 years ago than we are now. Now we all about individuality. It's promoted for us to be individuals. And we thinking us, inwards. Gold chain. Get a bracelet. I gotta get this car. I gotta get whip. I gotta get this house. It's all about them. They don't even think about their kids. They think more about them and they're what they got going on. They're not thinking family. You people they all think individuality, and they want you to think like that because you can't get anything done like that. You can't. Everybody thought Obama was going to do everything. Obama can't do it all by himself. Like he said, we tried to put everything in place, but y'all didn't go out and vote when it was time for the Senate in the House. Y'all just said, well, we'll put Obama in there, those down. So now you got the Republicans taking over Congress in the House, they're going to reject everything you bring to the table. You got it. You can't go in as one. Y'all got to go in as a group. It's got to be a team. Because if you don't have a team, it's not going to hold. That's why they like, they was like, man, why the blacks at the police station don't say nothing? You got to speak up. Because they by themselves. I'm like, the black cops, they already know what time it is. Like, man, Captain White, this dude White, everybody knows this racist, this guy racist, this cop, they all buddies. It's a gang, but they know, like, we on the outside of that. They don't treat us the same. They know that, just like any other job, but it's like maybe 1, 2, or 3 of them. They're not in a position of any power there. Because they go in as a group. Now, if 300 go in and say, we finna be cop, we going to police cap. They try to disqualify them right away. Like the black girl, they try to disqualify her. She's wondering why. She's like, I've never committed a crime. Nothing. Then they went way back to find some cousin who had committed a crime somewhere. So, well, you might try to help him out one day because he committed a crime, so we can't let you in. And then she was like, that's ridiculous because one of the cops that you got, he's got a nephew that was domestic violence. He got another uncle with crimes. There's plenty of cops that got family that did some crimes. And y'all didn't stop them from becoming cops. But when they black, they want to disqualify you for that because they know they keep hiring blacks in there. We have too much compassion for the job. We're not going to do what they want to do and how they do it and get it done. We got more compassion. We're going to use more common sense. We ain't going in there to try to take somebody out. They got too many of these people who are racially charged to go in and they police differently. Like in the suburbs, they let the little white teenager cuss them out, throw stuff at them, throw punches. But blacks, they feel like they got to be assertive. Hispanics, more assertive. Now they pulling guns and going to Cowboys because they know that no repercussions don't come back on them. But a black cop, the reason why you don't see a lot of them killing no white kids is because they know no repercussions. They know if I grazed him with a bullet, I'm off the force. I done lost pension, everything. So they already know that in that scenario, they're not going to win. And that's why the majority of them stay quiet. My uncle just retired right now, lieutenant in the Chicago Police Department. He just retired, man. A year ago, the two right before Eddie Johnson got fired from his position. Eddie was his boss. And he stepped down when this new mayor came in and said, man, she's crazy. I'm getting out of here. He's like, I already got I got like 30 plus years, man. I ain't finna get no more money out this pension, man. I'm finna go and retire. Cause it ain't worth it, man. And that's why he was telling me why they was like, people ask questions all the time, like, why the cops don't shoot people in the leg and hand? That's too small of a target. That's too small of a target. They're trained to shoot torso. And that's what my uncle said, no, we train, it's the largest part of the body. If we don't want to have to shoot you at all, that should be the last resort. But if we're going to shoot you, we got to aim at something we can hit, because our life is in danger. Normally, we got to shoot, they have a weapon, so they're probably shooting back at us. And we got a chance of not going back home to our family and anybody else, too. So to stop them, to aim at their hands, that's the movies. He's like, that's in the movies, but in real life, you want to stop the person. So you aim for the torso to hit them, because that's the largest part on the body. So you want to aim for the torso, not legs or head, because you can miss. And one miss, that's it. Your life gone. So he's like, you got to make everything count. And he's like, the last resort is the last resort. Hopefully you never have to do it. But if you're engaging with your gun out, there's a threat towards your life. Like they might have a gun or whatever, a weapon coming at you. So it's your life in danger. You got to do what you got to do to protect yourself. So he was saying that's why they don't aim for arms and legs and all that stuff. So he was explaining it to me, but he was saying how the system can't be changed unless more people go in. And he's like, that's what I keep trying to tell him. Nobody want to be a snitch. Nobody want to be a cop. Like, man, I don't want to be a cop. It's like, man, that's not for me. Ain't no snitch, ain't no red and all that. But it's like, dude, you don't want to police your area and police your neighborhood. And police neighborhoods, period. We need more people like us to be cops. What you're telling is that
they go to CIA again. Motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. Freedom of speech. No, they got us. They got us though. They got us. It's all right.
Oh, because I was like, man, what do you want to do? Is make sure you're basically telling your person, like, I want you to police us, but I want you to be nice. Like, are you kidding? Yeah. It's like, why don't you want to go out and police yourself? I would have 400, 500 people. We did a whole thing. Body cams, making standard for every single country. I mean, not every single, but every single state. It's like that needs to be a law in every state. Everybody should have body cams. There should be no exception. It's like, some of these small towns can't afford it. Well, they can just shoot police officers. They need it. And I was like, it wouldn't have to be this way if you guys weren't going out there taking people's lives. And y'all let y'all homeboys still be on the force. Don't like saying nothing. So now everybody should have body cam. Then we need 300, 400. We had all the signatures. I was like, do you have a criminal record? You want to police officer? Yep, get on the list. There was 400 people. And I said, all right, go on when they get the police, when they open police academy, they're going to go in there. I want all 400 people to go and sign up for the cops. And let me know who comes back out and get the job. It was about 27 people that became police. So,
there we go. That's I'm gonna have to bid my brother Christian a good evening, man. But there's definitely a lot of things that I really wish he could stick around for, because this is really right on the money for him.
Yeah, I gotta go too, because I gotta go ahead and make my own video. But I gotta
absolutely.
But man, Christian, everybody, man, thank y'all for having me on. Man,
it was a pleasure, brother. It's always an honor. It's an honor. I feel like I'm speaking to a godfather right now. This is, Really, like you really put me onto this YouTube thing heavy, man. And on top of that, just the wealth of knowledge you have and the stuff that we get to share on a knowledge basis, man, it's dope. It's great. It's always a pleasure just having a company, and we get to share that company on screen. Like this is a moment. Like this is a moment, man. And next time we do this show, look, we got a brother named Tony. We got to get you linked up with, man, because he's on this wave with you. I'm telling you, like he's on his own planet with things. But he's like, y'all would be great. Y'all would just be great friends, great allies. I can definitely see an alliance with y'all.
Yeah,
we'll link that up, man.
That's great. Well, cool, man. Great, man.
Absolutely, man. I'll let you know next time, man. Before I even go on, I'll let you know, see what you got going on. All right. Damn, I don't know what's going on. Mic check. Y'all still with me? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so so I think him disconnecting was what set it off like that. Let me go ahead and just knock him out the picture real quick. But Christian, man, thank you for sticking on the show, man. We went a little bit back past schedule, but I'll just carry on the show the rest of it. Keep it moving, and we'll talk about everything we were supposed to talk about today. Later on in the week, we'll just stay in touch on that.
Yes, sir.
Man, this is definitely a lot of fun, man. We got to get Tony linked in, man. We got to get him on Skype ASAP. That would be a show. That would be a show. Man, well, peace to you, man. Peace to the family. And this was a good time, man. I'll more than likely be in here next time we do a show too. So we'll definitely I'll definitely get the setup a little bit more cleaned up so we can have it more on time. But I appreciate you sticking around for all that. So,
no doubt. Always a pleasure, my brother.
Man, we riding, man. We doing it. Till next time, brother. I'll keep in touch, and we'll get the next show set up in no time. All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.
Whew. All right, y'all. That is the show. This was more of just like a catching up with the people, letting them know we're still doing our thing. We just got a lot more going on, but at the same time, we're making a lot more friends. So, people getting involved and adding to the conversation, because that's what we're in this for. Face the Facts, we've had to touch on a lot of different things. And I mean, I can go ahead and do a recap on some of the old videos that we've done, and you can kind of see the kind of content we touch on. I mean, let me go ahead and go into studio mode real quick. Click this up real quick. You know what I mean? We got trillion. All right, check this out, y'all.
While we were fighting wars, the U.S. has putting trillions of dollars into the Middle East.
Man. It's doing the most right now. Let me go ahead and fix the audio real quick. Interns, man. Let me know. I need some interns. Can't do all this shit on my own. Trillions. Yep. 6 days. Boom. Okay, take that off. Here we go.
While we were fighting wars, putting trillions of dollars into the Middle East, they took their $1 trillion and bought resources all through Africa.
Yep.
Right?
They built infrastructure.
They bought infrastructure all through South America. They put infrastructure all through Southeast Asia. That, say, call it $15 trillion that we spent in one direction, they spent another. That's a $30 trillion gap that's going to create a resource imbalance that they will use to create even more influence in the future. And we have to figure out a way to counteract that.
Yeah. So we got all that going on. On top of that, let's see here. I'm going to just play out some of the stuff from the last couple of episodes just to catch y'all up and finish the night. We already know about Ukraine, Vladimir Putin, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it ain't really much to catch y'all up on because I've caught y'all up for the last couple of months with these first couple episodes. You hear me talk about everything from the economy to where we're at now, like everything. Like this is what's happening right now with the world is we as a nation, as a whole, from top to bottom, are crumbling. We do not have the resources outside of our military to keep this nation alive. The dollar has lost its value, and we are the dollar capital. And the dollar spreads all over the world through trade and commerce and oil deals specifically. And we lost those deals in 2020. We lost those deals doing, all that we did in Iraq and Iran and all this, different wars that were for our freedom. We were out there basically freeing ourselves out of some debt. And when I say our, I mean theirs. Like the warmongers just trying to keep the capital machine going. Like they need to take people's lives to keep our lives afloat, our way of life afloat. Like third world countries don't have to be third world countries because they weren't third world countries until England became the superpower of the world at their time and set up their own trading routes. There was no such thing as, there may have been savage lands that they may have described it as, but they was comfortable. They were eating good. They were living good. They owned the land. They were free. They were free. They owned the shit. And that's the key here is freedom. How do we access freedom? Well, the only reason why slavery exists is because somebody owes a debt to somebody. That's the original function of slavery, is you owe me something of value, and if you don't have the ability to pay it, then I will have to take your labor, like your physical labor, in exchange to pay off that debt. So as time moved on for us, mind you, we're in debt because we were captured, prisoners of war, or whatever they want to call us. And even being born at a hospital nowadays, it's like you're considered legally a dead person. Like where's the book he mentioned, Carcino mentioned earlier in the show. These legal terms, man, they're crazy, man. They're really crazy. These legal terms are crazy. Like we don't even know what it means to be human. Like the legal framework for an entity and a person, there's some legality behind that. They can own your literal soul, your person. I don't know if you've ever read that on a contract, but if you go on your person, my person, like they will tell you like so-and-so will act as person and versus client versus, citizen versus, student. There's different titles, but that's a different one. That's a very different one, man. And they track you since birth and show you how to work. They show you how to work, but they don't show you how to live. And that's what they want. They don't want you to live. They don't want you to live. If you fuck around and learn the value of your life, you wouldn't do half the shit you're doing right now. If you knew the value of your life, it's just about knowing your value. What is your value in life? What is your value? What is it worth dying for? What is it worth living for? What is it worth working for? What is it worth? What is it worth? You got to figure that out. You can't let these people decide that for you. And that's what they've been doing, forcing their hand on people, starving them out. They've done this before in history, starving them out, beating them out, bucking them, all kinds of imprisonment, murder. Like, it's all kinds of disgusting shit going on to keep the power structure alive. And, we're just traumatized. We get entertained by it when we see it on TV now. It's just like, that's just the way it is. But people don't understand, like, when you're in a land full of your own people, if you knew everybody in your neighborhood, in your community, and you guys were all wealthy, eating right, sleeping right, living right, with your, like, imagine a community of genuinely happy people. And they have all the resources they could ever need. Beautiful shelter that they had passed down for generations. It was built up for generations. You had to build extra rooms because of all the new children coming in. Like, and you can do that. You don't need no license or permit from the state. You could just, this is my land. I could do what I want. You're the king of your land. That's what it means to live. Now you got to pay taxes just to You got to pay taxes just to breathe air at this point. That was this episode, y'all. I can play off some more videos before we roll, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. Carcino, thank you for joining the show. Berean Talk, Berean Facts. Christian, thank you for joining the show. And I hope y'all enjoyed the show. What can I say?